this whole concept of masculine and feminine energy is grossly misunderstood. First of all, it has got nothing to do with gender. Each one of us, we are a bundle of these two energies. Associating one energy with a particular gender creates conflict and confusion. So let's discuss this in terms of the energy channels or nadis. So now this is a concept, just a concept, that beyond this physical body is the subtle body. And subtle body has many energy channels, but primary are three. The left channel, Ida, the central channel, Sushumna, and the right channel, the Pingala. Now, Sushumna is the primary energy channel where all the energy vortices are aligned and it runs through the center. And Ida, the left energy channel, is the one that is associated with the Chandra element or the moon element. So it signifies coolness, and it is associated with the feminine energy. And the right energy channel, the Pingala, is the solar. It has the solar aspect. It is associated with the solar element. So it signifies the heat. And generally the conception is like this, that we need both of these channels to operate in perfect harmony in order to unleash our creative potential. The feminine energy is associated with the creative aspect. So it relates to the right hemisphere of the brain, where functions like emotions, intuition, creativity, all of those aspects are associated with the feminine energy. And the masculine energy is associated with the analytical and the logical reasoning. And the two are aspect of the one same thing. They are not two different things. Because in order to perform some work, a piece of work, you need harmony on both the channels. What is the use of creativity when you cannot finish your work on time? Let's say you have a presentation and you create the most beautiful presentation using your feminine energy of the right hemisphere. But then you're unable to complete it on time. It remains unfinished. Then what is the purpose? And similarly, if you do things on time, but still there is no creativity, if the masculine energy is at play, but there is no creativity of the feminine energy, then also that piece of work is worthless. So I think I read somewhere, there's this author and they give a very beautiful example. They say that imagine it like the two wings of a bird. So the left wing is the feminine and the right wing is the masculine. Now what happens if one of the wing is chopped? The bird moves in circle. It gets stuck in one particular scenario. It's unable to move out of that. So there is no progress. So, in order to have a balanced life, in order to have creativity to effectively flow through the mind body system, the harmony between the feminine aspect and the masculine aspect is necessary. And that harmony comes at this point, the brow. Between the two eyes, there is this point. And this is where the Ida and the Pingla, the feminine and the masculine, combine, they meet. So it is the point of highest wisdom, where these two energies harmonize and create something beautiful. Something magical. Unless there is a balance between these two energies, there will be something lacking in your work. There will not be any satisfaction. Now, unfortunately, in today's time, we are associating feminine and masculine energy with genders. And it is nothing but the ego that creates this dualistic split of toxic femininity and toxic masculinity. It has got nothing to do with what the ancient concept of energy was. It is just about strengthening your sense of personal identification. Even today, in most of the cultures, men's emotional growth is stunted because men are not allowed to express their emotions. That is perceived as a sign of weakness. And this gives rise to an energy imbalance. And the toxic masculinity that we talk about is just a symptom, it's a trait of that imbalance. And somehow, even what I see now in today's world is that even women are showing signs of toxic masculinity. And also it can be the other way around. So actually we are misunderstanding the concept. Because once we take one side, we automatically make the other side as our enemy. And then this separation continues, and then the fights continue, the misunderstanding they continue. Ego is not good or evil. Ego is blind. Ego is unconsciousness. And when the energetic system of the body comes in sync with the universal energy, then this unconsciousness dissolves. And then there is a harmonization between the two energies. And that produces the creative work, that produces the beauty of the world. Otherwise, think of the bird. If one wing is heavier than the other, how will the bird fly? There is no freedom if one of the wings is heavier. And what we are doing today is just that we are cutting off one of the wings of all birds. So when we destroy, or when we create an imbalance in our energetic system, what we see, the conflict that we see in the world today, is just a symptom of that. It is actually the sense of personal identification that gets strengthened because of this disharmony. And all that one requires is to see that this is happening. And the natural order is restored by itself.